Governor Fubara foils an attempt by the Nigerian police to take over RISEC and sends a warning to Inspector General of Police saying enough is enough. Meanwhile, while PDP members loyal to Wike protested amidst criticisms. Hello viewers and welcome to Info Gist TV. The PDP members and others loyal to Wike stormed party secretariat in Rivers State to protest against forthcoming council elections. Some members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Rivers State and other politicians held a protest against the forthcoming council elections in the state. The protesting PDP members and others, including those from All Progressive Congress (APC), stormed the party secretariat on the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway and proceeded to the police headquarters on Moscow Road to show their displeasure against the forthcoming elections. The protesting politicians were said to be those loyal to the immediate former governor of the state, the current Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike. The protesters submitted a petition at the police headquarters and urged security agencies not to participate in the local government polls. The protesters, led by the PDP chairman Aaron, accused the state's governor, Sir Fubara, of disregarding the rule of law. Aaron told the police there is a subsisting court order barring the state government from going ahead with the election. The protesters urged the police to obey the court order by not providing security during the polls. On September 30th, we should recall that the Federal High Court in Abuja barred the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from releasing the 2023 voter register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission (RISEC). INEC also later said it had not released the voter register to RISEC for the conduct of the election, in deference to the judgment of the Federal High Court. Meanwhile, a Rivers State High Court in Port Harcourt had ordered the RISEC to proceed with the local government council election scheduled for October 5th. Justice IPC Igwe gave order while delivering judgment in suit number PHC 2696 CS 2024. Filed by Action People's Party (APP) as plaintiffs and applicants against RISEC, Rivers State Government, and Governor of Rivers State as first to third respondents. Now, in the certified court judgment which was issued on Friday, September 4th, 2024, Justice Igwe directed RISEC to use the 2023 voters register for the elections. The court emphasized the importance of conducting elections within 3 months to fill vacant council positions as mandated by the Supreme Court in suit number SCCV 343/2024, delivered on July 11, 2024, to the effect that all states without democratically elected local government councils in place should conduct elections into their respective local government councils within 3 months from the date of the aforesaid judgment of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The court order maintained that based on the judgment of the Supreme Court, the defendants are bound to conduct elections into local government council in Rivers State on or before the expiration of the said 3 months period on October 5, 2024. However, the incumbent governor Similayo Fubara has vowed to proceed with the elections and has declared Thursday and Friday as public holidays. Any failure on our part to conduct the local government elections would be a clear disobedience of the Supreme Court's mandatory order that no state government must administer the local government councils in Nigeria with unelected officers, with the attendant consequences of the state and the people being denied the statutory allocations due to the 23 local government areas of the state the governor said. Now, currently in Rivers State, there is tension as pro-Wike Fubara camps head for climax in Rivers Council polls. Now, after several months of the stratagems for control of political soul of Rivers State, the pro-Wike and pro-Fubara camps appear to have dug in for a grand finale in tomorrow's controversial local council polls. The exercise, which will feature the elections of new leaders for the state's 23 councils, culminates the power struggle between the incumbent governor Similayo Fubara and his former political godfather and ex-Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. The election is also scheduled against a backdrop of judicial fireworks thrown up by conflicting court pronouncements amid disputes between the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission (RISEC). The Martins Amehule-led Rivers State House of Assembly strongly condemned the RISEC for what it described as blatant disregard of a Federal High Court judgment. We had earlier stated that the court had ordered the commission to halt the planned local council elections, which is the Federal High Court, citing non-compliance with relevant laws. Now, during its 55th legislative sitting, the House Committee on Commissions and Agencies presented a report revealing RISEC's recalcitrant postures. According to a statement by Martins Nwachukwu, Special Assistant to the embattled Speaker Mehule, the committee's findings show that the Federal High Court's order restrained RISEC from conducting the elections tomorrow. The order also prohibited the Nigerian police and departments of the state services from providing security from the elections and directed INEC not to release the updated voters register until RISEC complies with Section 13 and 20 of its establishing law. Relying on the committee's findings, the lawmakers regretted why RISEC, a creation of law made by the Rivers State House of Assembly, would seek to disobey the order of a federal high court. They said it was more worrisome that RISEC is headed by a retired judge of the state high court who ought to know better. They added that as a representatives of the people, they would not stand akimbo and watch while the state degenerates into lawlessness, and Mewule expressed disappointment that under Governor Fubara's watch, River State is assuming the garb of a banana republic. Also, in a surprise move, the River State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the All Progressive Congress joined forces yesterday to protest the elections. Now, the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman Tony Okocha and the PDP State Chairman Chukwemeka Aaron have publicly stated that the pool is riddled with illegality and that their parties will not participate. But Governor Fubara urged every registered voters and political group leader to ensure they are at the polling units tomorrow to participate in the elections. Fubara gave the charge while addressing Rivers political stakeholders who converged on Government House in Port Harcourt yesterday, preparatory to the elections. The governor said the meetings was convened to ensure and assure the political class and electorate of the state's government's support for the pool as it approaches its climax. Fubara said the meeting was open to the public and the media because it was time to reinforce the message to the people about the importance of the election to the sustainability of democracy in the state. The governor stressed that the state government's position and resolve on the forthcoming elections are clear, affirming that it will be conducted and concluded. In a statement, the chief press secretary to the River State Governor, Nelson Chukwudi, quoted his principal as saying, "First, I want to thank every one of you for being very peaceful. I did not make any mistake when I said we need to follow the struggle with a different tactic. If you have a very special egg that you are carrying and somebody is coming to fight you, do you need to fight the person? Won't you use your two hands to grab the egg basket? Even if the person is chasing you, if you run and hit your foot and the basket of egg falls, who will lose? Is it not you? You can see why we are cautious and following this course with AI. Secondly, I want to assure you that the local council elections is about the state. I might not be a lawyer, but I understand it is a state matter. And thirdly, the beginning of this process to the end is within the purview of the state. It has nothing to do with the federal judicial institutions seeking to disrupt it. So we should understand this fact and play according to the rules." According to the statement, the governor wondered why some self-serving people are bent on hashing plots to disrail the elections when states that have no duly elected local government councils across the country are striving to do so to avoid running afoul of the Supreme Court ruling. Fubara said 10 states of the Federation have conducted elections with the 2023 voter register. "I do not know why things in River State are always different. Is it that when it comes to the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is different when it concerns River State? Anyways, today, we assure you that as a government, we are prepared to support the electoral body in conducting a free, fair, and credible elections for the peace-loving people of River State." Governor Fubara reportedly reviewed how his insistence on peace and his determination to follow the electoral process had unsettled some people. Those so unsettled, he said, have resorted to protesting on the streets to attract public sympathy, something they had mocked in the past. He said this indicates that he and his team have won over the detractors. Fubara alluded that some of those on the streets are people hired either from places like Obinze, Ngwa boundary towns between Imo and Ogba Igbeme and Doni local government council, and Akwa Ibom, who were brought into the city to protest. The governor said the local council elections would go on regardless of the guise or level of aluta continual posture the detractors adopt. He said our AI pattern of doing things has even made people turn to chant of aluta. There was a time when they told the public they couldn't protest. Look at some of them now. They are now behaving like members of labor unions and protesting like students. They have turned to aluta professions. Going by the analysis they posed then, we can say there is every signal they have failed. So if today these same persons have resolved to the aluta pattern, it means that we have also won. So we need to be very careful and follow this course with tact. Governor Fubara insisted that only registered voters residing in the state could participate in the election. He said, "Go do what the law says you should do, as demanded by the RISEC law, and leave the rest. The RISEC will take it from there. And when RISEC finishes its part, the state government will also take it from that point and finish its part, and the process will all be consummated by the special grace of God in a few coming days." Fubara also said that during these elections that he is the greatest loser because his party is not participating. It is true, however, because of the Supreme Court ruling that elected officials must manage the affairs of local government councils as a governor, he had to obey that order. But it is not the end there, he stated. The president, after the Supreme Court ruling, invited us, in his words, and we had an understanding that we have a compliance duration of 90 days. So what we are doing here is to make sure that even if my party is not participating in the local government council processes, must stand for River State. And a good number of you here are my party faithful, and you are not even benefiting from it, but you are here supporting us. So what is the problem? So I want to thank you for supporting democracy. Thank you for ensuring there's rule of law. Thank you for sticking your neck out and making sure that River State still stands among the Committee of States. Resonating, Fubara stands the Joy Youth Congress vowed to safeguard the local council elections, saying it will not allow any individual or group of persons to disrupt the exercise. The Joy Youth Congress President Theophilus Aleye disclosed this statement yesterday. He said it was appalling that courts of coordinate jurisdictions were giving conflicting judgments to stop the conduct of the exercise, describing the development as unfortunate. Aleye said Governor Fubara's intention in conducting the elections is to ensure governance at the grassroots takes full swing and delivers democratic dividends to the people. He explained that periodic elections are tools for democratic processes in any liberal democracy. These tools are used to elect leaders from federal to state levels. He noted that it complies with this democratic tradition to allow the people to elect those who govern at the grassroots. He said this informed the Fubara's administration's decision to start the process earlier this year and would culminate in the conduct of the council's elections tomorrow. Ali also stressed the importance of electing chairmen and councillors to head the council, adding that over 10 governors have conducted local council elections peacefully and wondered why River State should be different.